Is anxiety making you sick? And this relates to health anxiety and anxiety in general. But the reason why it's key for health anxiety is because we're worried about being sick. So then if we're anxious and then we're becoming ill with a symptom as a result of that anxiety, then it's almost going to connect the dots in our mind that we think that we've got something. And I'm speaking from my own experience in this. I am not, I will say this again, I am not a medical professional at all. I'm just talking from my experiences and also experiences of people around me. And I feel like people tend to tell me about their health anxiety because I've been, in the last few years, a lot more open with it. And even friends that I didn't think had health anxiety have told me that they've experienced things. And I've had, I don't want to say anything specifically about any of my friends, but I have a particular friend who was telling me about something that they've been worried about, and they were saying that they felt anxious about it, and it was on their mind a lot, going to the doctors, sort of like wanting a test, quite a routine symptom, something that could be, you know, a common symptom, not routine. And after, my advice was to see if it goes away when you don't think of it, when you don't put so much pressure on it. And it did. It did go away a little bit. But because there was so much focus on it and there was so much attention on that symptom, and my friend was feeling so incredibly anxious, as I have done so many times before, it actually created a physical feeling in the body. If we're anxious anyway, like, you know, you might not even be anxious about health, you might be an anxious person. Anxiety causes symptoms medically. You know, I'm not a doctor, but it does. It doesn't do good things for our body to feel anxious. And it can manifest in different ways. Things that might affect our sleep. You know, when I was anxious, when I was in the darkest places with my health anxiety, when I was deep in a spiral of a phase of really thinking that I've got something, it would be worse at night for me. So I would sleep less, and if I'm sleeping less, then I have not good quality sleep at all, then that's going to have an impact already in itself. And then I would be touching and focusing whatever that is, various different things, and different. I think one particular thing that comes to mind is when I thought I was having headaches. This was one of the very first times that I had health anxiety. I don't think I've spoken about this maybe on this channel before, but I was having headaches, and I sort of connect the dots. I was only a teenager, so young, I was in school, and I connected those dots of my headaches that it was some kind of brain tumour. And I remember I have spoken about this before, I remember seeing this clip from a TV show called Waterloo Road where a character, I think she was called Sambuca, had like a seizure, and I was doing extra work at the time on Waterloo Road, and I remember just how vivid it was, and then suddenly I was getting headaches, but it wasn't an imaginary thing. I was having headaches. That's the thing. I almost manifested a symptom in my body, making myself sick. We can manifest sickness, and we can manifest in our body actual sensations and feelings. And I know this because I've done it and I've felt it. And that's also a way that I've used to counteract my anxiety with health, is by removing the focus from it. By removing that focus, as hard as it is, hopefully that symptom and that pain and that feeling goes away, whatever it is. And I think it's interesting as well because the mind is powerful. The mind is so powerful. And if we're thinking about something a lot, even without touching it maybe, if we're thinking about something a lot, we can make ourselves ill that way. And it's the same with anxiety as well. Like, we can make our, like, other symptoms can come from that, and that can make us feel ill. Obviously, not our fault. You know, we're here and we've got health anxiety, or we've got anxiety, and it's causing feelings in our bodies. It's making us not feel healthy. Maybe we're feeling sick. Maybe we've got acid reflux. Maybe we've got, you know, a sore throat, a headache. All of these things can come from anxiety. Our body might feel heavy. We might be getting sick more often because our immune system's not as strong, because we're not sleeping well enough, we're not eating well enough, not drinking well enough. All of these things are symptoms of anxiety, and it really sucks. It really does. The aim of this video is to not make you feel bad for it, or say that's like a bad thing. We're completely no one's at fault at all for having anxiety in any way. Like, it sucks. The point of this video is, by just being aware of that, I think it makes a difference. By being aware that our habits and our mind being so powerful can create those symptoms, can have a powerful effect, I think, on easing anxiety. I really do. Because it like I said, it's happened with me. It's almost like using the venom as the cure. Is that the phrase? Maybe it's not. Or something like that. There's a clever phrase for it. But it's using what we're doing. We're creating symptoms. And being aware of that. And shifting our focus. And sort of rewiring our brain in a way. Like, every time these thoughts are coming into our mind. So my little aim for you with this is, if you're feeling a symptom, can you think of it as, this is a symptom? If you're feeling anxious, if you're feeling anxiety or feeling health anxiety, maybe just for a few hours. Obviously, I would always say first thing, go to the doctor straight away, because that's what we should do. If we are actually feeling a symptom and are experiencing anxiety, see a doctor, 100%. But just try me out on this while you're waiting for the appointment. See if you can think of it as, this is anxiety. I'm experiencing, that's the result, that's the end goal. There's no end, there's no hidden disease, there's nothing else going on. This symptom is a cause of my anxiety. Just try that for a few hours, a day maybe, until you see the doctor, and just see if that changes anything. If it eases. Maybe it won't. Maybe it was too powerful, or the anxiety, or maybe, you know, you've actually like injured yourself in the gym, or you have got a virus, or you might need some antibiotics for a cold, or for an infection. All fine. Again, in all of those situations, you are fine. You are completely fine. Not the worst case scenario. But just try me and see if you can do that. You can go, that's the result. That's the end goal. That's it. This sore throat is because I've been anxious recently. I've been getting acid reflux because I've been anxious recently. I've been getting headaches because I've been anxious recently. All of those things. See if you can do that, whatever it is. If it's a pain, or if it's a sensation, or if it's just not feeling quite right. Sometimes I would feel that. Just not feeling quite right. Yeah, the point of this video is that you can manifest symptoms, and our mind is so powerful. It can do powerful things, and I know that because I've physically created those symptoms before. So I'd love to hear some of your experiences, and I'm sure that would help other people as well. When have you, nothing right now, in the past, when have you had a symptom as a result of anxiety? Like, when has that happened and what was it? I'd love to hear those stories. Yeah, much love. Good to see you all. I hope it's nice. It's nice to see you all. I don't know what I'm saying. Good to see you. Do subscribe. And yeah, hope you enjoyed my little waffle.